TGW episode 4, technically 3. Kyle's episode was boring. So today we are here with a comedian from Canada, Oliver Baldin. How are you doing, my
Yes, I'm pretty good. Just fed my caribou out back, tended to the geese and beaver, and tapped my maple syrup trees. What us Canadians do on the daily.
Yes. It's pretty Canadian.
Yeah, we try,
I had another Canadian on the podcast. My only other episode was a Canadian. Well, it's my second episode. The other one that wasn't hosted by Cam had a Canadian, and he was a teacher. And I think I told you a bit about him. He's kind of a cool guy.
Okay, so there's like a 50-50 right now of like
Canadians on this
the
podcast.
yeah, there we go.
So
That's cool.
okay. News. What's new? Menthol cigarettes were banned.
Really, in your country, I guess?
In the country, they're trying to be banned.
How do you feel about that?
I think it's the most racist thing that he could.
Do you think it's just biased? Joe biased?
Joe biased, yeah.
Okay, yeah, for sure. Well, is it like a certain brand, or is it like all brands have to drop menthol?
I don't know. I think it's because menthol, it crystallizes in your lungs, and that's kind of a no-no with like products.
Oh.
Do that. So.
Okay. Well, honestly, if it's kind of like more health derived, then I guess it's all right.
Yeah.
But like, personally, I'm not a menthol fan. I don't like menthol.
I don't like menthol either. I don't like minty shit. Like all the shit I do smoke.
Yeah, it honestly adds like another extra layer of like worry as well to like so now it's not just like hurting my lungs, it's like cold as fuck. Like
right.
I wonder what is this actually doing?
So you're getting a plate carrier. I
yeah
you.
Yeah, you did.
Carrier. You're getting not necessarily a slick one, but you're getting a slickish carrier. So say you're wearing this, right?
Yep.
And you just got back from the gun shop, right? And you went to go, say you're going, you just got back from the store. You got the gun. It's got a lock on it, separated from the ammunition in your trunk. You got the plate carrier in the back seat. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, you're at a stoplight, and you see a guy walk into a building with an M16.
Yeah.
What do you do? What would you do? Would you just keep driving?
Like, depends. Like, what is this building? Like, is it... Okay. Like, so, theoretically, like, how far away am I from, like, my house?
About 6 miles. Let's go at 6 miles.
Okay, so that's pretty far in kilometers.
Yeah. No, let's go miles. Hey,
well, it's not
Alexa,
pretty far.
How many miles are in a kilometer? I'm pretty sure it's less.
1 kilometer is about 0.62 miles.
So 6 miles. 1 kilometer is 0.62 miles. So.
Well, here, then just do this. What's anything calculator?
I don't know how to do this.
Don't worry.
Assume that you are close to home. You're about a mile from home.
Okay.
You're passing. Okay. And you see a guy walking. You're at a stoplight.
Close to home, honestly. Well, first, I would call the police and I'd say, "You guys, like, there's some sus shit going down. Definitely like an act of terrorism."
As you call the police because you neglected to walk in with a shotgun and stop him, you now hear gunshots going off. What do you do?
Oh, well, I thought you said my shit was in like a gun at home. Oh, then 100% go. Absolutely, go like your favorite man's Doomslayer him. And fucking absolutely, yeah, no doubt in my mind, for sure. Like, I don't know, like it's like obviously if I was in that moment, how would I react? But like in Canada, you can't have the ammo inside of the weapons while transporting.
Same here.
Yeah. Okay. So, yeah, I don't know. It's not hard to load a shotgun. Honestly, I would try, but yeah, I don't know. 100% I would try. because especially I don't know, I wouldn't try to obviously like wait for per se like a shot to happen, but if I did, like I wouldn't like if I was getting my like if I was getting the ammo and whatnot and loading, and if I heard a shot,
Yeah.
like I would be more likely to like go in it intervene just because I know his like probably his primary fire is going to be the opposite way of the entrance because that'll be the exit. So
That's a good point. Yeah.
yeah.
Tactical. See, not a lot of people think like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I got a date. She's gonna be here in literally. Well, I don't know. I told her to be here at 2, and she said she's gonna be here at 2, and so I know.
There you go.
Yeah, I know. I have to fucking clean and do a bunch of shit. So I'm glad we
Yeah.
started this like 5 minutes early because we got a little bit of catch up on it. But
Yeah, freaking
woman, man, holy
that's
shit.
hype.
My
That's
ex,
hype.
my ex texted me, not Chloe, but Zoe. Probably have to beep.
Oh, did you go through with that thing that one wanted you? Like when you were, remember you called me and after that place and you were like, this is so vague. Oh my god.
What
It was
place?
the health place.
Oh, the STD place?
Remember? I
Oh
thought
my
you were
God.
I thought you were gonna get an abortion. You were like, yeah, so
Yeah, I'm at Planned Parenthood, and I texted.
oh yeah, and I was like, you're getting an abortion. And I was like
Yeah, no. Thankfully, not an abortion. I was gonna
yeah.
STD
I was like,
test
damn, that was
because
quick.
she wanted me to get a fucking STD test, which is it's just weird at my age. I don't know. It's whatever. It's just weird. But
Yeah, that's good. Yeah, honestly, that raises a bunch just of questions. It's just like then how many
it's just
like
right.
if
You
if you
fuck
if
a lot
you're
of
this
people, like-
comfortable with asking someone like this
Right.
early on, it's like wow, you've definitely yeah.
I'm not the first. She's 22. She's probably got a high body count or whatever. I wouldn't know. Wouldn't care.
Oh yeah, I don't. Yeah, honestly, that shit's like absolutely. Oh, I that like kind of grosses me out. Like, like some girls from my school, like we graduated what 2 years ago. Yeah. So class of 2019, and some of these girls graduated with like 30 kills, man, like 30 plus. Like it was like in like not gonna lie, I'm not calling them like ugly or anything, or like they were definitely attractive girls, but like I wouldn't do that just for the fact that it's not like this may sound weird or something, but it's not like even an accomplishment, or it's not like not that should be it's like nothing special. It's like, oh wow, like you know, you go out on a date with someone and you post a photo with them, and then you would rather have people like, oh, this is like I've never seen this person, like, oh, who's this, as opposed to, oh, I've seen them completely naked, like we've done stuff, half the town's rid them like a fucking bike, like it's like okay, like, but yeah, that's just my opinion. That's why I don't know, I still have problems with getting into relationships too quickly, but usually never, it's like quick harmless things. It's used, I like see them once twice, we'll like fucking hug, like it's really nothing like eccentric, like we'll do something normal, go out in public, but since COVID it's like all right, now it's like I don't even really want to have you like over here because I know it's like what do I have here besides like Netflix? Like it's not like they're gonna be coming over and ripping like round 42 of zombies on COD with me, like, you know.
That's another fucking thing. Where are these so-called gamer girls, and why? Okay, the last one, she called herself a gamer. Do you know what she played? She played fucking Stardew Valley and Animal Crossing.
Oh man, and like the ones you do find in lobbies, like they're already in a 4 squad with so many simps, man. It's insane. It's like, and they're just pretentious. It's like they think they're untouchable because it's like, yeah, and then you call them shit. Yeah, you literally call them trash just because they are.
They're probably being shit.
Yeah. And then you know what happens? Oh, you're saying this because I'm a girl. Oh, this and that. It's like, no. Like, I don't care if you were a fucking goddamn caribou. Like, you know, like, come on. Like, get good at the game.
No, it's in your trunk.
Yeah, but still, I've never shot a gun. I've never killed an animal in my life. Yeah, I actually don't think I have.
The
obviously, like,
biggest thing I've killed is a bird. So,
true.
I'm
Not that, like, honestly, I don't know.
pro.
Depends. Like, I'm not opposed to hunting and whatnot. You just got to do it properly. Like, you can't be like going out with a bear at 50 cal and like using it to like kill a fucking
What about
deer.
like
You know, it's just
or
like,
an AR-15? How do you feel about hunting with an AR-15?
yeah, I don't know. Personally, I think the best way you could do it if you were to hunt and you are asked me like what to choose, I would say a bow. Just it takes the most skill. It shows you that you're
Joe
meant to
Rogan
be
bow.
there.
That's some Joe Rogan.
It's like, well, honestly, it just shows that like you have the skill to like you kind of pass the test to do that, because it's like
Right.
every Joe Schmo could get a fucking sniper rifle or AR and like line it up and pull the trigger, but like it's one thing to calculate all this different shit and like actually sit there, and you don't have to make like a
Right.
3-mile shot with a sniper rifle, like. But yeah, that's the I'm actually on a waiting list because of COVID, obviously, to go to somewhere in Toronto. I don't know the exact location, but I just filled out the form to get my non-restricted weapons license. So that'll be. I'll search up actually what that is in Canada. I don't know the exact non-restricted firearm.
What I gotta ask? What are the first things you want to do when you get here to the United
When
States? What are the first? You gotta make like a bucket list, like an actual bucket list for America.
Well, see, here's the thing. I'm 19, so
I'm gonna have to blur that, but yeah.
Obviously, hold a gun.
Yeah.
Yeah. Shoot a gun.
Okay.
Honestly,
Very
like
red
buy
flag, right?
something fucking sick that I can bring back to Canada.
Yeah.
That like it's like kind of special to America.
Yeah.
But
What would
like
that be?
that's what, like, I don't know. Honestly, something along the lines of like just your expertise, like probably something with like weapons and like that kind of stuff. Just because like I don't know, you could show me dope shops and stuff. Like it'd be kind of more difficult if I were like.
Casings, do you think? A bullet casing?
Honestly, man, if we drilled a hole in it or something and made it like a necklace, we can probably put a fuck ton onto one and then just bring them all back and take them off after.
Yeah. Yeah, no, that's not a bad idea.
And then just like, yeah, but
shove them in your beehole. You know, there's a bunch of cool, I mean, well, you can get patches here, like not like different patches from different gun shops.
Oh, okay, yeah, for sure.
Dude, there's so many memorabilia. You'll have a bunch to take home.
Even just like, even if I were to get plates over there, I'm pretty sure like I can bring plates over. Like it's literally just pieces of metal. Like
when you do get your plates, I would bring them over so we could like shoot with them and stuff and shoot. You know. Well, every
those are
bullet
restricted.
is a center fire bullet.
Yeah, I just searched up what and that was the Google gave me it.
Jess, you want to say anything? Want to say anything on the show? Oh, it's my tie.
I wish Halo could meet your pup.
She can if you bring her.
True. Enough. Are you allowed bringing dogs over the border?
Probably. I don't know, actually. That's a good... Well, yeah, because you can, like, bring your dogs on airplanes, right?
Yeah.
I don't know how that works. So what if you brought, like, a virus?
What if you... I don't know, because you could use... Can you use animals to smuggle drugs?
In what, their asshole?
No, get them to, like, swallow something that's, like... In a... Like, give them, like, it covered in peanut butter.
That might, like, kill them, because it would, like, chew it and shit.
Or like, have you seen Blood Diamond, that movie? Where they like cut open the back of a goat and they'll put like packs of diamonds in it and reseal it, and like so because like and they'll have like a flock of like 400, so that they're like and then they're saying that they're transporting them over to like get slaughtered or something, and then then the question is like, why the fuck don't you like kill them before? And then the guys were like, oh, we don't have the money for the air conditioned plane. Like this is just like a garbage, like whatever plane. And then I don't know. That wasn't the movie, obviously, but
Yeah,
like
yeah.
in the movie, they the only thing they
Fucking
did was
weird.
cut the goat. And like I don't know if they did that in real life either, but
Yeah. You see, Pablo Escobar had like a fucking tunnel, like to,
oh yeah,
like that's how he escaped. Not Pablo.
yeah.
I don't know if it's is it Escobar? Not Escobar. Who's the fucking new one? El Chapo.
Oh, El Chapo.
Yeah.
Yeah, Pablo Escobar also.
Did
He
he have a tunnel too?
yeah, I'm pretty sure. I don't know if he had a tunnel, but I know that he actually got to design his own prison cell with like a couch and like a TV and just like because he ran shit. And then
Yeah.
there's like a full on documentary. Like they have like a photo of him like dying. Like he got shot through like the stomach on a roof, and the cops were all posing, taking photos with him because they were so happy that they finally got him, and he was like still alive. And like yeah, it was insane.
That's funny. Jesus Christ.
But he had, yeah, that was the guy I thought.
Imagine the excitement of the guys who killed Bin Laden, dude. Those guys were like, probably like, damn,
True.
we just.
That was those guys are sick. Like the same guys rescued those that one girl from. There was a
6?
yeah, they rescued a girl from a bunch of I don't know what the exact story was. I know she got rescued from like a group of people like somewhere in like I don't like obviously I have no idea. I think there were some sort of pirates.
Yeah.
But she was kidnapped and they rescued her like the middle of the night. Like it was like some like I was
That's
just some
badass.
dope shit. Yeah, oh yeah. And like I like watching like videos of like first captured medals of honor and stuff like that, and guys just going like badass mode and
Yeah,
stuff.
I've
It's
seen some shit
insane.
like that. No,
Yeah.
no. There's some like pretty. There's like
Yeah.
some pretty badass Canadians out there too, eh? Like the people like the Siege Canadians are based off of. Like those guys are the JTF2. Those guys are hardcore.
Oh yeah. Yeah, for sure.
There was like this sweet picture of it was Prince something with the JTF2. Can't remember his name.
That's pretty sick.
Yeah.
I know
The JTF2 made the C8, which is like this AR-15 with like a long ass barrel. It's just kind of cool.
yeah, I know that we had our own part of the beach at on D-Day. Canadians had their own part.
Yep.
Yeah.
You
And we
guys-
fuck shit.
You guys, yeah.
Yeah, we
guys-
ran them.
You guys lubricated your M1 Garands with your fucking maple syrup.
Yeah, honestly, how do you feel about those weapons? Like that, how bad would being going into it? Like, but would you think that that would be like a pretty fucking like? You think that you could pull off some shit with those, or like
With
no
an
shot?
M1 Garand and a Thompson
Yeah.
and like an M1.
Yeah,
Probably, but like I don't know. Those are like really well, I wouldn't say experimental, but they were like new guns and like
yeah. How much more do you think that we would have rolled them if we had the
what,
not
like
the not the
M4s and-
technology, but the modern weapons? Like no tanks, no like airplanes, but like just the modern weapons.
like the firearms.
Like yeah, just like if instead of like they're using old snipers, it was like a fucking Barrett 50 cal, like fucking semi-auto,
That would
fucking.
be insane. I don't know if that would have changed. I don't know, cause like the gun they use, like the M1 Garand, that shot like I'm pretty sure like a 30-30, which is a fucking huge bullet, and it was going really fast too, and like.
Oh, okay.
But it like it was loud and it had the ping and it was I mean it wasn't particularly heavy, but like I don't know, it was just a weird gun. I wouldn't say I don't know if it jammed a lot, I wouldn't know, but like
Was it like a wood stock as well?
yeah,
Like,
it was like the whole frame was
how
wood.
heavy do you think that would be?
Probably not very heavy. Like
Do you think it would float?
AKs are like what? M1
gun?
Garand? Probably
Yeah.
no, because like the barrel
No.
would fill with water and that's heavy and
Oh,
it would just,
okay,
like,
yeah.
float to the bottom. Yeah, no, I think I don't know. The Thompson was weird. That had like a box magazine that was weird, and like the 50 round wasn't good apparently, and like would never be used with the 50 round Tommy gun mag. And like
Yeah.
I don't know,
What did it jam or like what
I
was
wouldn't
the?
know. It was just a weird because it was heavy and it shook, like the ammo would like
Fair
jingle.
enough.
Yeah,
It kind
no.
of fucked shit in
We had like M4s
King
and
Kong with
shit. I
it
don't
though.
know. What do
The
you mean? What?
2000, the
Oh
2000
yeah, yeah,
movie. Yeah,
yeah.
that one was with Jack Black. I think. Was it him as the cameraman?
Yes, and he was fucking.
Okay.
I remember that Jack Black in that movie. That was fucking hilarious.
Yeah, it was a great movie,
I
man.
was
Like that
literally
was.
thinking about it last night. Jack Black, the guy who was on Nickelodeon, the guy who was fucking, like he was a fucking in Nickelodeon shows, man, and now he's
Yeah.
Jablinski Gaming on
I was just about
YouTube.
to say, oh my
What
God,
the
Jablinski.
fuck?
Yeah, I love it. I love him.
Oh, she's gonna be here in 40 minutes. That's I don't know if that's I wouldn't say that's problematic. That's gonna be interesting though. I have a lot of fucking cleaning to do. Oh my god.
If you want to go do that, bro, you can
No,
do that.
never. No, fuck that. Fuck that. It's Saturdays for the boy. Oh wait, it's Friday for the boys. See,
I'm
it's
just gonna
weird
work
'cause
out,
it's
and then
yeah.
I gotta go to the vet and get my dog's ashes.
I did 20 pull-ups. That was what I did right before
There
I
we
went to
go.
bed. That was all I could muster at that moment. And then I treated myself with some Greek yogurt.
Nice.
Yes, I've been drinking protein shake. I've been avoiding them, kinda like drinking too many because you had that fucking video. I don't know if it was you who pulled it up, but I was with someone and they pulled up a video. It was like this man drank this much protein powder in 24 hours. This is what happened to his brain, and it was just like weird. I don't know. It talked about how his body was like fucking him over.
Well, it depends. Honestly, like if
What
you're
does he
doing it
even
in
do? Protein powder
supplemental
is like
form,
I,
well, this is how you gotta picture it. Honestly, like all these different things, like amino acids, like all these vitamins, all these they're all just building blocks for your body just to get stronger. And when you're working out, what's happening is you want to stress out the muscle so much that it literally tears. Like what you're doing
yeah,
is
no,
you're tearing your
that's what my
muscle.
dad told me. You're literally
Yeah,
ripping your muscle, and
you're literally on
I
a
think of it like
microscopic
this.
level.
I think of it kind of like a retard. I think, sorry to cut you off, but I think I rip my muscle and the protein powder fills it in. That's how I think about it. Kind of
Yeah, pretty much
autistically.
in a way it's like that, but honestly it's just like you gotta think it's like you know how there's cracks in the road
Yeah.
and they use that tar and then it eventually they put the tar over and it'll reseal and it won't ever tear from that spot again. It'll be
Yeah.
like a different spot. It just gets stronger and like eventually until you have to redo the whole. I don't know, kind of bad analogy, but it's just like
No, I
filling
get
in the
what you're saying.
cracks,
Yeah.
like smoothing it out. Yeah, that's why sleep's so important as well. That's why they say because if you don't sleep enough, you don't get that recovery time, and that's why you're gonna feel so sore. That's why you're gonna feel so fatigued the next day. Is because those muscles on a microscopic level, they're still torn and you're still recovering through the entire day.
I
So
see.
sometimes it's so worth just to get the extra hour, 2 hours sleeping a little bit,
Right.
and then you'll feel a lot better, like 100%.
It's a good analogy. Don't get me wrong. Yeah, no,
But
I've been trying to grind just doing as much as I can in what little
yeah,
time
oh
I have.
yeah,
Because I
for
want
sure.
to see gains and like
Yeah.
I know I'm not gonna see them instantly, but it's like my fucking wrist. I hate how scrawny they are. You know what I mean? I want to like get new wrists. I want like big, thick Doom guy wrists.
Honestly, like just biologically, like I was just my mom has really small wrists, and I was more my mom, and I have kind of smaller wrists.
Yeah.
But sometimes like that's gonna be a really kind of harder spot for you to work on. But like the forearm right above for sure, like you got to start there and then go. And also like what you said with just the doing what you can. That's really all you got to do in the beginning because
Yeah.
you never want to over push yourself because then you're gonna hurt more than normal and you're gonna become unmotivated. You're gonna be like, all right, this is ridiculous. Like I did this and I can't even fucking move right now.
No, that's
And that's
kind of how
because
I
you
felt.
kind of you overworked it for sure. Like you and that's not because like that's not like a horrible thing. It's just you were too eager to get in, and it's just like you got to realize sometimes like holy shit, COVID's making 1 week feel like 1 day, and it's like, damn, it's actually been a minute since I've done this. And that was
Right.
me with jujitsu. Like I went back for the first time in a while. I dead ass almost passed out after the first match because I wanted to go hard. I didn't want to lose it, and I was like, holy, I can't. I need to fucking. This isn't. I was breathing heavy, man. It was, oh my god, I needed to sit down. I was literally about to pass out. But
Jesus. Yeah, no, I hate that fucking feeling. It is just.
yeah,
What sports did you play as a kid? You played fucking hockey?
of course, yeah.
What else?
I played baseball for a bit until like I played with I had a pretty decent arm, and I played with a bunch of older kids, so I was like 10 playing in like 16, 17-year-old league, and he threw a shit pitch, hit me in the kidney, like tore something, and I was like peeing blood and everything, and like so I just was like, yeah, I'm kind of done with baseball for this now, so
Yeah.
focused more on hockey. And then once I was like I was still doing jiu-jitsu and hockey, and like I started jiu-jitsu at 9 and hockey probably at 8, and then I started getting bullied like pretty like really badly. Like I was a chunkier kid like when I was younger for
right.
sure. Yeah, and the one time that really made me like go to jiu-jitsu after it was like this one. It was funny as it sounds. It was two girls that were twins, but they were like abnormally large. Like not like large in like the weight size, but like tall, like almost like muscular, like scary shit. Like one of them hit me in the face with like a
Them son of
binder.
bitches.
Yeah, exactly. With like it was like a not a binder, sorry, a textbook and a clipboard. And like the top of the clipboard like hit my head and like cut it, and like I have a scar there, and like that was like
You're like, man, I gotta be able to beat the shit out of a woman.
no, not even that. I was just like, okay. I was just
Time
so
to beat
done
the
with
shit out of a
like,
woman, and then you
and
start
then
freaking out.
no, I knew what the type of people they are, and like I'm 19 right now, and they're a couple months younger than me, and one of them has 2 kids, and the other one's in juvie, so I know how the type of people that I knew that they
We're
were.
winning.
Yeah, exactly. My best get back to them actually, I think, was when I told them when I got suspended for this, I called them both like hoes and just like this innocent shit. But the best thing I said though at the end was in front of everyone. It was like the class, and I was just like, I hope I never see you sluts again, but I guarantee I'll see you either on the news for doing something bad or on Teen Mom. And then she didn't cut it for Teen Mom because she was a bit fugly, but no, after that. And I don't know, with just jiu-jitsu, I don't want to seem like it turns you into like a super monster, but I've never been in a fight, so I can't even like a fight outside the dojo, obviously, but I've been in thousands. Like I've been in like 25 plus tournaments, like all across Canada, like Ottawa, like Quebec, fucking Toronto, like all different places, like
Right.
more on the west side. But yeah, it's I started that at 9, went until about 15, 16. 16 I got my black belt in Japanese jiu-jitsu. I took a break for the last 2 years of high school and my first year of college, and then I'm getting back into it with Brazilian jiu-jitsu now. So yeah.
That's like what Joe Rogan does. That's insane.
Yeah, so I also did Brazilian jiu-jitsu like when I was like 9. I started it back then, but like I don't know like if it's like an actual, I don't think it's a legal thing, but you're not allowed to get your blue belt in Brazilian jiu-jitsu until you're 16, just because it's like some sort of like rite of like passage, like they have to like you have to be like a certain caliber. Like as bad as it sounds,
No, I
it's
know what
so
you mean.
true. Like that's the same thing with like belts in the ranking system. Like it's a grind. Like they're really not giving anyone a higher belt if you don't deserve it, because that looks bad on the sensei, that looks bad on the club, and you like you can't be wearing higher belts getting rolled by like lower belts. Like you really have to show your rank. Like you can't just wear it, and like you can see videos of people like going into dojos like with a black belt that they bought, and it's like that's like the made like such disrespect, like next level. Like Brazilian jiu-jitsu takes like, if you're like abnormally good, like you're like top of the line, probably I'm gonna say the earliest 18 years
Jeez.
minimum. like, and I'm gonna say that's like you're like abnormally special. Like you're training since you're like 6 months old. But like average, I'm gonna say 25 years at least. Average person, 100%.
Wow.
You're not gonna see anyone younger than the age of 25 or like with a black belt. Like I'm gonna get mine probably like since I have the Japanese jiu-jitsu background and all the I know the like a majority of the moves and whatnot, and now it's just more so me proving that like I still remember it. So I'm gonna say it'll probably take me like 16 years just because I'm at a yellow belt right now. Started back up. Like I came back with my yellow belt and 2 stripes. So
I'm a red belt. I have my red belt. I found it the other day. It's in my
yeah.
but like that took me like
So the
6
reason
years to fucking get, dude. But it's not anything like that hard in your like you're doing something way hard.
Yeah. So what happened with since technically I had a yellow belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, which doesn't even exist. It was because I couldn't get a blue belt before I was 16 because I had started this before I was 16, right? So they had put a yellow belt in sort of like a pre-step because I had been doing it for so long. It was like my 5th year doing Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, and it was like, all right, we want to move them up, but we don't want to give them because it's not like no one has it. So gave me the yellow belt, and then once I got the yellow belt, I came back to the dojo with the yellow belt, and he's like, yeah, here, like just to prove them, because like you can literally look at my belts and you can see how worn in they are, and like how like the stripes on them, how many times like someone like it's like you can tell like all the belts have been fucking like you've worked through them. So and I was like, I showed him, and I was like, he's like, yeah, for sure, and because like the reason I showed him is because it was a new sensei. Like I could have went back and he would have known everything, but it was like a new owners and owner switched up, and like that was another reason that like I didn't go that I stopped for a couple years because the original sensei sold it, but then he actually got rehired to teach, but he just doesn't own the business now, so that's why I went back. Yeah,
I was thinking about going back to the dojo. The last time I was there, I was like probably 12,
sure.
and like
it's so yeah,
being like, hey, what's up, you know, and
but yeah, like, the hardest, the 100%, the hardest thing, like, and I'm saying this like from like a fighter standpoint, like I've been in the dojo more than I've been out like of my life for sure. It's like the hardest thing is showing up. Like even for me to this day, like I'll be sitting here like 2 hours before class and I'll be like, fuck, like, I really am like comfortable here, and like, but then I get there,
I didn't want to fucking
do it. Yeah, and then I get there, and then it's like, damn, man, like I fucked with these guys. Like this is why, like this is cool. Like, you know, like the no judgment. Like, you know, we go and we just talk about fights and like whatnot, and it's just like I'm glad I came for sure, because like for like those guys definitely played like a huge role in my childhood, like for sure, just like with my confidence, and like that's why I haven't gotten in a fight. Like for sure, don't get me wrong, I've had moments where I could have fought a person because of like they pushed me, or or the normal person would have hit back, but just because I knew that I wouldn't be allowed going to my dojo again, because we're not training to go out and be dicks and fucking boom like go and prove like I didn't do this jiu-jitsu.
Like someone getting raped or something.
Oh, 100%. I just haven't had that like moment like in my life where it's like, what would you do? Like, you know, it's just like, like choose your fucking, for sure. I would absolutely jump at it. Like, but like in all honesty, like I have for sure, like with the one situation where my buddy was getting jumped by 3 guys and I went over. Yeah. And he pulled what I thought was like, you know how some pellet guns are straight replicas of guns, like, and I had been friends with this guy before, so, well, I'll just say the whole fucking thing. So, long story short, I go, my friend is getting jumped. It's because of women, of course. Why else would it be? And this is like 9 o'clock at night, dark, like pitch black. It was like winter season, so. Go outside. I'm pretty intoxicated, and it was a good no reason for me not to be. We were watching fights, like UFC fights. I go out and uh this kid starts hitting Joe's window because he's trying to back out of his driveway. He's like, "Get out of the car, get out of the car." Joe's like, "No," and then kid grabs a rock from his driveway and starts hitting the window like he's gonna break it. So Joe opens the door, and then they all go to his side and they all start punching him, and he puts his arms up and his legs up and whatnot. And I go over to the one kid that is kind of the protagonist, the guy who started this whole thing. His name is Shane. So I go over to him and I
Maybe the
grab him
antagonist?
straight by like his jacket / like his shoulder, like almost like a little pressure point. And I grab him, and he pulls out a pellet gun. He puts it right to my forehead, like directly onto my forehead. And he like there was a mark, like a like tiny little. It wasn't like a full on pistol whip, but like he placed it like solidly, like on my forehead. And he was like, "Back up, bro! I'm gonna shoot you." And it was dark, and it was like a full replica, like full
Yeah,
weighted,
no,
like CO2 in it. Yeah. So I was like, "Shit, this guy's got a fucking." I back up. I was like, I'm going for my phone to call the cops, right? And then I hear pop, 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 and I'm like, no way, like that's not a fucking gun. Like it would have been so much louder, like it. And then I go back out with a baseball bat, and I'm like, oh, okay, like what's going on? Or well, like Jaden, my friend, we were at Jaden's. Jaden had the baseball bat at the beginning. He walks out with it, and then I walk out beside him, and then Joe is like gets out of the car covered in blood, and I'm like, no way, like fuck. And then he had a machete in his hand, but like he didn't do anything. Like Joe didn't do anything with the machete. Like he reached back and he grabbed it. And I think that's the reason why they got out of the car, because they saw that he had like a 18-inch machete like sitting passenger, and like he grabbed it out. And long story short, um my mom got there and saw the blood everywhere, and she called the cops. And
Christ.
yeah, he got, I don't know the exact jail time, but he went to jail. I'm gonna say a minimum of 6 months, and he's on probation until 2023. And we have restraining orders on him until 2024.
Oh my god.
But yeah,
it's like the
it's
best way to handle that, though.
oh for sure, yeah. Like and like don't get me wrong, like I would have absolutely fucking thrown some hands, like, but like that was just like the fight or flight response. It took it to like the next level. There it was like, all right, because chances are, if I were to do something and like try to get that from him, like if he shot me, it would be Joe too. Probably he's not gonna just be like, all right, fucking, because he was the main person he was angry with, so he's gonna try to get the job done one way or another. So that I just think that would have made all that shit. But for sure.
That shit would not happen up here.
Oh yeah, I
Guaranteed.
know, man. Yeah, it's
Like, if you pull a fake gun on most people, like, you have like a 50-50. The guy that you're pointing a gun at is carrying a gun as well. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Or the person that sees you doing blank.
And
is
honestly,
carrying-
that's what I kind of is like
That's why they
crazy
say
good
an
about
armed
America.
society is a polite society, because the
It's
more you arm
yeah.
people, the less incentive you have to commit a crime.
This one old sheriff guy was getting absolutely beat on the side of the highway because he did a stop and pulled the guy over.
Yeah.
And I don't even know like what he looked like or whatever, because there was no video, but it was just like interviews. And like the guy got pulled over and he was like getting beat, like the cop was getting beat. And then like he like reached for his taser, and then the guy was beating him up, went for his gun, and then a guy on the highway pulled over, and he's like, hey, like, do you need help? And then the officer was like, yes, and then all he heard was pop pop, and then the guy was dropped. And then the guy went over to the sheriff, and he was like, don't worry, you won't have to worry about him getting up. And
Oh my god.
yeah,
Badass. See,
yeah,
that's the type of shit I'm talking about, man. It helps.
yeah.
Never
And then it
known
was
when
like
shit like that's there was a video I saw on
exactly.
YouTube of a fucking Uber driver, white guy driving an SUV, black passenger, and a car comes up, like a speeding sports car, and it taps them on the back of the car, like it like fucking bumper kisses them pretty hard. And then drives out in front of him, and you see him pull out a fucking Glock and aim it out his window. And all you see is the fucking Uber driver pull out his fucking handgun and pop like 8 shots at him. And didn't hit him, but he like called the cops.
Oh, I
Like,
saw
this
that
fucking
video,
dude.
I think.
Yeah, no, you probably did. It's insane. That's some shit right there. It's like, even then is a scenario where you would need a gun in your car.
Wait, you live near Detroit, right? Or
Pretty close, yeah. About an hour.
okay. So my mom used to live on 3 Mile Road. I don't know if you're
Yeah, I'm familiar.
Yeah. So when she first moved there, for the first 2 weeks, they made it legal that you didn't have to stop at stop signs because of how many robberies were happening.
No, that's what I literally tell my mom that. No cop, don't fucking stop.
No cop, no stop.
I don't, fuck that. Yeah.
Yeah, she got robbed 3 times while living there.
Yeah.
Not like stuck up.
Box.
Yeah, I know she had a gun. She said that fit like in the palm of her hand, like smaller. Like it was like one of those like tiny like
fucking like a Derringer or something.
Yeah. And then the one was she was holding her a door open for a person at a convenience store, and her wallet was in her hand. And instead of the guy like going in, he just snagged the wallet and full sprinted and just like boom gang ran. The next one was she left her purse on top of her car and she drove away, and then she looked behind her, and then like she was like, oh, okay, I can just reverse to get it. Reversed for about like 10 seconds, turned around, gone. Not anywhere in sight.
Yeah, man, fuck. It's like you literally can't have shit in Detroit, man. Like have you ever seen the fucking the picture, the porch? Someone stole their porch.
No.
It was like a Facebook post. He was like, walked outside today, fell on my motherfucking face. Back, stole my porch. Can't have shit in Detroit. Shaking my head.
Oh my god, that's hilarious.
You're like building a house in Detroit. You're like, fuck, let's just go steal motherfucker's porch. Yeah, that's fucked up.
That's
So we're gonna wrap it up probably here in a minute, but we're gonna do a video of the week. We do this.
Okay.
We do this quite often.
Okay.
I'm gonna go ahead and send it to you, and we'll just kind of both. We'll go to 1 and we'll go to 0 and start. I'll put it in general, okay?
Yeah, we'll do a face reveal when I start getting famous from you.
Oh yeah, of course.
I'm gonna get a face cam. Oh yeah, dude, I filed my taxes.
Do a IV cam. What's that?
I did it. Like, long story short, these taxes things, but I'm gonna get a fucking webcam finally.
Fuck yeah! Are you getting back? You getting money back?
No, I had to pay, but I thought that I was gonna have to pay a lot more. So it was a really good surprise.
Yeah. All right, here we go. All right, we'll just go to pause. Go to 0 and start whenever you're ready. Ready?
Is it? Wait, where is it?
In general, look in general on Kiba.
Okay.
Just
Okay.
get ready to play it whenever. Stop at 0, and when I give the countdown.
Okay. Yep.
Ready, set, go.
Yep.
Today's video of the week. I want to thank.
Damn, y'all, motherfucker, coming in.
I want to thank you, Oliver, for joining me today.
Thank you, sir, for having me. Wait, talk to us some dope stuff.
Oh fuck yeah! And we'll have you on next week. Hopefully, Kyle will be available. But
yeah, for sure. I'll be glad to join you again.
Yeah, TGW 3.